Neat camera.
It's a thing.
Broke that bills. We're going to be working on this 63 C10 some more, trying to get it closer to being a fire off for the first time in a long, long time since it's been built and put together. So stick around if you want to see how to do some of this wiring stuff, and we'll see how close we can get to starting it.
All right, so let's get started on the 63 C10 with the wiring for the turn signal indicators and things like that that go from the steering wheel down to the steering column. And for this, I had to cut off the original female, or excuse me, the male connector for that harness, because we didn't have the female side for the other part of the harness for the cab. Going ahead and just chopped that connector off, and we're going to put a Weatherpack connectors in there in its place because they work just as good. And going through this process, ended up putting each little insulator on, and then putting the pins on there. Because this 63, it's a odd year because they didn't really have a lot of common parts between the 63 and the 64 and other year models, from what I understand. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, just going through the motions and crimping these pins in. And got this little crimper from Amazon, as well as the Weatherpack connectors. You can get little kits. Go ahead and start routing the start signal wire from the cab into engine compartment, down back behind the engine, and then trying to run that back to where the start is going to be. And then having to go underneath and get the fancy starter put in that my buddy Chris had, which thankfully it was the kind that you can clock. It's got the adjustment on it to where you can clock the orientation of the starter itself, and we had to go up there and try to figure out which way we needed to adjust it, because the way it came out of the box, it was hitting the oil sensor plug on the side of the pan, and you can see that black plug on the oil pan. That's where the oil level sensor was, and originally that starter was hitting it, so I had to make some adjustments and clock that starter a little bit just to get that worked in. And we're going to go ahead and get that tightened in, and we're about getting the starter cable later. We didn't have the right cable. We had a 4-gauge positive cable that just wasn't going to be big enough for this starter, for the length of wire that we're going to be running from the starter down to the battery box, which is going to be back behind the cab. So that's going to be about at least 4 feet or more length of cable that we're going to be running. So we're going to have to get one gauge, or 0 to 1 gauge, or 2 gauge battery cable to run to that. But at least we can get the starter in, and we have the signal wire for the start solenoid hanging down there, so we can hook it up later. And then so far we got Weatherpack connectors under the dash. Got some of the other wires kind of just gone through. Most of that's all for the wiring for the park lights. And then this is the rest of the positive going back and going through across underneath the dash and going to the terminator, which that's going to go back. The power and ground's going to go through the cab out to the back.
All right, so I think we got as much as we can get done today on this 63 C10. We got a lot more wiring done. It doesn't seem like we got a lot done because there's just so much to do. Next time, Chris, the guy that owns the truck, he's going to drill a couple holes for us to run the battery cable to through the battery to the battery, and then also so we can wire up the relays for the fans, the fuel pump, and any additional loads that we have, I think. So yeah, so we got a lot more work. I appreciate you guys watching. If you like this, hit that like icon for me if you feel so obliged. And if not, I'll see you next time. Thanks. Take care.